Hey everyone, welcome to This Explainer. I am so glad you're tuning in today because we're tackling something that hits incredibly close to home for pretty much all of us. Look, as fathers, we all want the absolute best for our kids, right? We want peace, we want genuine connection, and we want to be that rock-solid, steady leader our families need. But let's be honest, getting there is not always a walk in the park. So today, our goal is to unpack a really powerful set of tools designed to help us swap out excessive screen time and the frustration of yelling for deep, meaningful family connection. We're going to be pulling from some fantastic resources today, specifically from Fathers R Us and Big Brother Publishing, to build our ultimate playbook.
Let me ask you something. Are you just completely tired of the morning yelling and the endless battles over screens? If you're nodding your head yes, take a deep breath, because you are in a completely guilt-free zone here. I mean, how many of our mornings start with a frantic rush, raising our voices just to get shoes on, or negotiating over a tablet at the breakfast table? It's exhausting. The truth is, modern parents are dealing with unprecedented challenges. Trying to manage screen dependency and stressful daily routines is a heavy burden, but it's one we can absolutely learn to lift together.
We are standing at a crucial crossroads right now. On one side, you've got the draining reality of digital overload and the yelling that inevitably follows when our patience just runs out. But on the other side, that's our real goal: intentional leadership and strong emotional bonds. We want to be proactive, not reactive. We want to build a lasting family legacy where our kids remember our presence, not our frustration. So, here is our roadmap for today's explainer. We'll start with the modern challenge, look at healthy digital habits, and then move right into screen-free connection. After that, we'll dive into the C.A.L.M framework, how to create smoother transitions, and finally, raising confident kids. Let's get right into it.
Starting us off with Section 1, the modern challenge, overcoming digital dependency. Pulling straight from the age-by-age digital wellness guide, we can see exactly what we're up against. Today's families are just completely overwhelmed by excessive phone use, tablet dependency, and gaming addiction. Let's be real for a second. It almost feels like kids have a mystical radar ability to hear a tablet unlocking from 3 rooms away, doesn't it? And as our kids get a bit older, you throw social media pressure into the mix, it all just compounds into these really unhealthy screen habits. These modern distractions disrupt our household and pull our attention away from what truly matters: each other. But simply recognizing this overload, that's the very first step to reclaiming our family time.
Which brings us to Section 2, Healthy Digital Habits, Age-by-Age Guidance.
Guys, the age-by-age screen time cheat sheet is an absolute lifesaver. Instead of just guessing and hoping for the best, we now have structured guidance tailored for different developmental stages. For toddlers ages 0 to 2, the focus is heavily on finding a suggested screen time balance, which honestly often means very little to none, focusing instead on real-world play. For preschoolers, it's about navigating the tricky waters of educational content versus pure entertainment. As we move to elementary and preteens, the guide highlights sleep and behavior considerations, because we all know how an iPad right before bed completely ruins a good night's rest. Finally, for teenagers, the focus shifts to family engagement tips, keeping those crucial lines of communication open in a highly digital world.
Moving to Section 3, Screen-Free Connection, Reclaiming Real-World Bonds. Because once we set those digital boundaries, we need something meaningful to fill that newfound time.
Here is the secret sauce. Taking away a screen isn't a punishment, it's an opportunity. The Fathers R Us manifesto highly encourages us to actively replace screen time with real-world connection. We're talking about specific screen-free activity ideas. Maybe it's building a massive fort in the living room, kicking a soccer ball in the yard, or just cooking dinner together. You can even implement family digital detox challenges where everyone, and yes, that means us dads too, puts their phone in a basket for the evening. And utilizing simple family conversation starters around the dinner table can completely transform a quiet, disconnected meal into a really special moment of genuine laughter and bonding. Now, let's address the behavioral side of things in Section 4, the C.A.L.M framework, positive discipline without yelling. The C.A.L.M guide defines positive discipline as a calm, practical approach for raising cooperative, confident, and responsible children. But I want to heavily emphasize those last 2 words: without yelling. Let's drop the dad guilt for a second, okay? We've all lost our temper, probably right after stepping on a stray Lego in the pitch dark. But the goal here isn't perfection, it's progress. We want to consciously shift from reacting out of sheer frustration to leading with calm intention.
Here is exactly how we put that into practice with the 4 C.A.L.M steps. Step 1, control yourself first. Listen, as the father, you are the thermostat of the house, not the thermometer. You set the temperature. If you escalate, they escalate. Step 2, connect before correcting. This means actually getting down on their physical eye level and acknowledging their feelings before you lay down the law. Step 3, set firm boundaries. Being calm doesn't mean being a pushover. Kids actually crave and thrive on clear, predictable rules. And step 4, use positive discipline tools. This means we are teaching the right behavior rather than just punishing the wrong behavior. This is how you lead like a true mentor.
So how do we apply this in the real world? That's Section 5, smoother transitions, applying calm.
Let's be honest, transitions are usually the absolute most chaotic parts of a family's day. Waking up, leaving the house, turning off the TV for dinner, getting ready for bed, it's like a boss battle every time. But by pausing to use those C.A.L.M steps we just talked about, you build really solid family routine systems. Imagine it's time to turn off the tablet. Instead of yelling from the kitchen, you control yourself first. You walk in, connect by asking a quick question about their game. Then you set the firm boundary. 5 more minutes, then the screen is off. When you do this consistently, I promise you will dramatically reduce those daily screen battles and the yelling that always seems to come with tricky transitions.
Finally, we reach Section 6, raising confident kids, the long-term vision.
When we put in the hard work of managing these screens and keeping our cool, the payoff is massive. We aren't just surviving until bedtime, we are shaping future adults. The long-term impact of these intentional habits results in kids with much higher emotional intelligence. They develop greater independence and responsibility because they've actually been taught how to manage themselves. They grow into a purpose-driven mindset. And for us as fathers, it builds a lasting family legacy that we get to look back on with immense pride.
The core mission from the Fathers Are Us manifesto is brilliantly simple. Strong families build strong futures. It's all about becoming more present, more connected, and more impactful in your children's lives. Every single time you choose to put your phone away and play a game with your kid, every time you choose to take a deep breath instead of raising your voice, you are building that strong future.
I want to leave you with this single, powerful question to think about. What legacy will your family build today? You have the tools now. You have the age-by-age guidance, you have the screen-free connection ideas, and you have that C.A.L.M framework in your back pocket. The chaos doesn't have to win. You are the empowered father, and the next step is entirely yours to take. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer. Get out there, you've got this, and I'll see you next time.